There is actually now 12 full races, and that he, Jesus, is a fully Christed being, is not a 13th, and that man himself is not the 13th race that Lucifer so feared. Jesus informs them that we are the one. We are the center of all 12. We are the inheritors both of the soul of light and of the blood of the flesh, molded by the very Lord, creator of Adam, and in the pattern of chaos and fear and destruction that has occurred on the earth, all that incorporates the matrix of existence forms the sons of Adam. You see, being born and living and having a soul come into existence by divine decree, by the challenge of Abraham, that the Lord is the only one who actually gives a soul. And a person who lives in this matrix and is born of the flesh here on the earth becomes a son of Adam. Living through this ascension makes you a son of Adam. All of us are equal in that, because by the time we get to Jesus, son of Mary, the blood of everybody and the mixture of everything has been spread to such a degree that there is everything of every kind, of every race within all that exists. And there is no longer any separation. And the choice is fully there for anybody to focus in and bring in that light and ascend on their own, or to choose the darkness. Now, granted, it was still not difficult, right? I mean, difficult is a foolish word to say for all of us upon the light. If anyone makes the intent and chooses and is determined, no one can misguide them. But difficult in the sense that in those days, even at the time of my brother Jesus, you had to spend a lot of time at temple and really be focused on reading the Torah and doing your worship and fasting during the day and praying at night. You really had to leave off a lot of the world, to leave off the harmonics and the frequency and the distraction and the patterns that are built into the system to distract you. Built in with that was a lot of purification and ritual and bathing and washing and praying and all the things that we talk about when we get into the Prophet Muhammad to ascend. But that knowledge was there. But Jesus brings in an interesting another factor, that now anybody can do that. And that's important when he says the Holy Grail or the Sangral, the royal blood or the flesh of his flesh, is that now anybody could rise to that level. And this was part of what was trying to be taught, that was going to go beyond just the Jews to the Gentiles. And even the organized religion, of course, many people who talk about organized religion always have a hatred for organized religion, because they tell you the same thing, that they're trying to conceal information from you and not tell you the truth because they don't want you to know that this has been open to you. Now, this is one of the things that happen. The other thing that you have to notice is that the story itself is the pattern. What am I telling you? The reason why I told you the story in this way is that Jesus, on his final day, fast with his brothers, the ritual fast from sunrise till sunset. And at sunset, they break bread. And he begins the Last Supper and begins to divulge everything from the beginning to the end, and discloses everything that is disclosed to the companions or the apostles or the disciples at that time. Including all the stuff I'm telling you, plus more, done much better than me, of course, in a more concise fashion. Yes, but the essence of what I'm telling you, humbly, Allah have mercy on me and forgive me, this concept of the ascension, and that he is going to ascend, of course. Now, that story goes from sunset to almost sunrise, and then the following day he ascends. This is a pattern where we ended last time. And one of the other things that we talked about was that after the ascension of Jesus, son of Mary, what happened? Well, we said that there now becomes a problem. Already the Jews rejected Jesus as the Messiah. And we said that Muslims obviously accept Jesus as the true Messiah, and we accept the Mother Mary in her noble status. And we believe in the ascension of Christ, and we believe in his second coming. So where is the discrepancy? The discrepancy is in exactly what happens next. There are those who believe that Christ ascended, and there are those who believe that Christ was crucified and died and then rose from the dead and then was seen. Already now we have issues. You mean, wait, what happened? Did Christ ascend or did he die? Or did he die and then ascend? Or wait. Well, in the Quran, one of the things that the Prophet is taught, and we're telling you very clearly, is وَمَا قَتَلُوا وَمَا صَلَبُوا. That Allah says he wasn't killed, obviously. Let's get that clear. وَمَا صَلَبُوا, nor was he even crucified. What? Many Christians have a hard time with this. So different people saw different things? Is it possible that different people see different things in this matrix? Do you mean people who are spiritual and understood things at a higher level saw Christ ascend, whereas others saw something that looked like Jesus get crucified and believed he died? And then maybe people who were spiritual did see Christ after he ascended again? Interesting issues, and we'd all like to know the exact story that happened, but what we have to have an open mind to is that the idea that different people might see different things. Different people might see different things. Different people might see different things in the sky. Well, we said that after Christ ascended, we know that Jesus, son of Mary, didn't die, whether you have this conversation or not, that Jesus, son of Mary, is unlike every other person in that because he is a noble, Christed soul going through none of the same cycles that we have gone through, and the fact that he, unlike any other messenger, has a noble status, one of the things that isn't known to many people is that Jesus, son of Mary, then goes on to travel to many other planets, not just this earth. Yes. Jesus, son of Mary, has gone to other places other than this earth. And there are people who follow his teachings called the Nasara. They have ascended, and some of them are still on their own planets learning, and different things are going on. And those communities call themselves the Nasara, those who follow the teachings of Jesus, son of Mary, the last true prophet of their area. And they are a majority, or not a majority, a major group or a large group of the higher beings or the higher realms or the light workers or the UFO beings or alien beings or the first contact beings, people who call themselves those of the Nasara. And so we gave a big disclosure yesterday and talked about them and said that they are coming, and gave that open welcome to my brothers and sisters of the Nasara. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. And we talked about the fact that the Muslims and the Christians are going to join in unity, and those who are Christian and those who are Muslims who are upon the truth will have an understanding of this. Now we got to a point that is important now, because we are going to start explaining from the very story. If we've gotten to the last point of Jesus, son of Mary's ascension, and a difference of opinion on whether he died or did not die and then ascend, and the fact that others who have already gone through the ascension process are coming, who are following his teachings. And we're talking about seeing different things in the sky depending on your understanding. And we've talked about some of the hidden meanings of the prophets of light. And now I'm claiming as a Muslim that I'm now going to tell you some of the hidden meanings from the story of the prophet. And once you know those things, you should be able to see the signs for yourself. Let's take a break. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.